Hello, this is Mrs. Painter. I wanted to give you a quick overview of our Schoology page where you can find things. So again, things might look a little different because I'm the teacher. I've got the teacher view, you have a student view, so it might not look exactly the same, but hopefully this will give you somewhat of an idea. This obviously is a work in progress, so it's not maybe as populated as you might have seen a Schoology page in the past. Right now, the way I have it organized is I have a folder for course headquarters and I have a folder that says week 1 with these dates. Usually in the past I would organize it by chapters, but I'm thinking this method might work a little bit better for this new learning environment that we're creating. In the course headquarter folder, what you'll find here is there's a teacher information page that just tells you my room number, my email, my phone number. There's a schedule, and then there's a syllabus. The syllabus we will go over on your first day, so that should be taken care of. The schedule, so right now I only have period 4 up here. I'll have a similar one for period 3 though. With period 4, the way I have the schedule working here is Monday, who's in the building, who's virtual, what's the virtual synchronous time, and then what is the asynchronous time. So when you are in the building, there's only 40 minutes of virtual synchronous time. My 40 minutes is at the front of the period, so everyone will be joining us for the beginning part of our class. On Wednesday, everybody is virtual, so nobody's in the building, so we have 60 minutes. I'm going to start it right at our normal 1:05 starting time. We should be done by 2:05 then. And then Thursday and Friday we go back to our flipping. For that virtual time, right now I am planning on using conferences in Schoology. I feel that this might be a little bit easier because it's already embedded into the course. The conferences is going to work best on a computer, so when you're at home dialing in, using a computer will be the most ideal. If Schoology and Conferences is unavailable, we'll use Google Meet. If you're period 4, this will be your code. You'll have a similar code for period 3. Again, we're just going to have to kind of see how this goes and work out some bugs. If I am not using Schoology Conferences, if that day it's just not working for us and we're going to use the Google Meet route, I will also try to send you an email. But this is plan A and that's Google Meet's plan B. To access the conferences, when you're in Schoology, there's a menu over here, and there's a one that says Conferences. Again, mine looks probably a little bit different from yours because I am the teacher here, so I have an ability to start the conference. You will not have an ability to start the conference, so you'll just have to end the conference. I'm sorry, you'll just have to join the conference. You'd like to end the conference, I'm sure. Anyway, so you'll just have to join the conference. All right, so that's where you should find it. Again, if that doesn't work, we'll go with the Google Meet, and you should be kind of familiar with the Google Meet. You just make sure you're using your school ID, so make sure you're using that school email, and then you're going to use that code, whatever code you have for your class. All right, let's look at a folder. So let's go into this week 1. So right now I have week at a glance. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or change it as we go forward. I figured with this first week, this kind of was the best way to get everything to you. Hopefully these plans will go off without a hitch, but I am not so certain. I'm sure we might have some technology issues that we're going to have to work through, or some procedure and understanding issues, so I may not be actually able to get through the content I want to get through. But basically, my plan is during our 40 minutes of virtual time that we have, it's going to be the instruction time. So everybody gets me instructing them. So I'm hoping on Monday that we can all go through the syllabus together. So again, this would be those kids that are in the building, those kids that are dialing in because they come in on Tuesday, or those kids that won't come in at all. They're strictly virtual. So I'm hoping to go over the syllabus. On Tuesday, we'd go through the introduction notes. Wednesday, we'd start, section 1.1, section 1.2, and so on. During that class time, so that non-virtual time, on Monday, I have a couple things that we're going to do here. Virtual students will end up being, they will be able to get their books and their papers available, I believe, sometime early this week, if not even before. And then I'll flip it on Tuesday. So those of you that come in to the building on Tuesday, you'll get to do those things on Tuesday. After these first few days, hopefully we'll kind of fall into a groove of things. So again, ideally that virtual time is going to be when we're learning the lesson, and then in that class time, that in-building time will be the time to work on homework, time to work on your reading guide, time to ask me questions. So do you have questions about those homework practice problems do you have questions about the content that we just went over, or the content we went over before? It'll also be a chance for me to maybe give you some assessments, just to kind of see what's going on. Again, some days we might have a summative assessment, which would be a big test, but that's what we're going to do there. So again, that syllabus, I did put it in that course overview folder, but we will go through it in class, hopefully on Monday together. All right, let's look at a folder that looks a little bit more normal, like when we're back into the grooves of thing, when we're starting to get in a groove. Today's objective, currently I don't have a lot in there. You can see right now it just says section 1.1. The reason why I don't have a lot in there is because I already have a lot in the actual note packet, so that's why I didn't really want to put too much in there. I may change this, get rid of it as we go forward. We'll just see. So again, due to the nature of this hybrid learning environment and having 40 minutes altogether currently, my plan is to use that 40 minutes for instruction. So I will go straight into the instruction. That's not necessarily how I'd normally do things, but that's how we're going to do it in this environment. So I'm going to go straight into your instruction. So if you notice here, you'll have a handout. What I've done this year is I've copied these all ahead of time, and I'm just going to give you everything as a packet for the chapter. So I will be giving you this as a packet. However, I do have it on Schoology, so should you forget it or lose it or something like that, you can print out the papers for yourself. Again, the reason why I didn't put that too much in that objective page is because I already have a lot right here. So here's the actual objectives here. So we'll go through these again during that virtual time. So we'll go through this together. And then at the end of it, the other thing that you can see, there's the practice problems for the day. So all of that's kind of already in that note packet that I'm going to give you. So I didn't want to be too redundant by putting that also in the objective. What's going to happen then, so again, this class is structured a little bit differently than I have done it in the past. So in that, once our virtual time is over, and we have our asynchronous time, I will probably work on maybe a warm-up problem that I would have normally used at the beginning of the class, just to get you guys some more practice. Maybe we'll go over, if you have questions about the homework, we'll go over those things. Again, things are structured a little bit differently. I am going to put the homework answers out here. Normally I don't do it like this, but you will find the homework answers for that lesson in that day's folder. So again, a little bit differently here. So when you do that homework, you should be checking your answers. So when you come in that next day, for that asynchronous time, we can go over any questions that you have. So you might want to mark your questions, like star your problems or something like that. So again, we can use that 40 minutes to work on the warm-up. We can work on the 40 minutes. During the 40 minutes, we can go over any homework questions. We can also probably do some other problems together, or we might have some other assessments as well. So that's pretty much what I am planning at this time. Again, we're going to have to I also will update the calendar. I just am not there yet. But you should be able to get a high-level view of what's going on in the calendar. So that's my plans at the moment. Again, things are going to be evolving, so I will try to just make it clear as I change things. But see you soon.